everyone, I'm Alyssa and I am going to teach you how to make German food. Even though I was born and raised in the US, my mom's entire side of the family is from Germany. So I grew up eating and making German food, and I'm also a German citizen. Even though I'm a California girl, I love the winter and the holidays in Germany. I love the snow, I love the cold air, I love how festive it feels. But since I can't be there right now, I thought I'd bring Germany home to my kitchen and make some of my favorite German holiday treats. So to kick off this series, we're going to be making Eierlikör. Eier is egg in German, so it's an egg liquor. Maybe you'd think it's kind of like eggnog, but it's not because it doesn't have all the spices of eggnog. And I think there's a couple of liquors here that are maybe kind of similar that you can get at stores. Like I think there's a Dutch one and maybe a Mexican one, but there's nothing exactly like the Eierlikör that they sell in Germany. So I make my own bottles of Eierlikör every year before Christmas. So that is what I'm going to teach you how to make today. It's so good. It goes great on ice cream, on cakes, just you can drink a glass of it if you want. It has very simple ingredients and it's not difficult to make at all. So we are going to get started with Eierlikör. So the first thing you need is obviously eggs because it's Eierlikör and we need a lot of eggs and we're only going to use the yolks. Then we need two types of sugar. You need powdered sugar and you also need vanilla sugar. You can buy these packets in the States, like online or even at Cost Plus, but they're way cheaper in Germany. So every time I go there, I stock up on these and bring them back with me. So just one packet of vanilla sugar and then powdered sugar. Then you need evaporated milk, and evaporated milk in German is called KONDENSMILCH. So you would think that maybe it was like sweetened condensed milk, but it's actually the equivalent is evaporated milk. And then for the liquor part, rum, you can use any type of rum you want, but I always use the white rum. You're gonna wanna put the egg yolks in a glass bowl and use this as the mixing bowl because later we're gonna put it over a pot of boiling water. So you wanna make sure it's glass because that is how we're going to make sure that the egg yolks cook and thicken. The way that I get the egg yolk separated from the egg white is that I crack it and then make sure you have clean hands. Sometimes you can just toss it back and forth between the shell. Oh shit, I'm putting it in a bowl. But I like to put it in my hand and then all you're left with is the egg yolk. And then you just plop it in the bowl. Do that 8 times. I don't know what those gross white things are that got on the egg yolk, but it's really gross. I take them out. Okay, 8. Now we add in our packet of vanilla sugar. And then you can use an electric whisk, but I'm too lazy to pull one out, so I'm just gonna whisk it myself. Just whisk it till it's kind of pale and frothy. Okay, I think that's good. So next, you're gonna need a food scale. This I just got on Amazon and it's a very accurate one. I did like a weight measurement test when I got it and it's accurate. So we need 250 grams of powdered sugar. Change that. Oh, I already have an open bag. Oops. I usually will like pour some in and then kind of let it settle because then the number changes. Well, close enough. So then we slowly start to whisk in the powdered sugar. It can be very messy in the kitchen. I know it's just powdered sugar and egg yolks, but it smells really good. Get that. Next, we're gonna add the evaporated milk. Now, evaporated milk comes in these 354 milliliter cans, and you need 375 milliliters. So you are basically 20 milliliters short with one of these cans. I checked to see how much 25 milliliters was. I put it in a cup, like using my scale, and it ended up being, I don't know, 1 to 2 tablespoons worth. So I don't even think it's worth buying a whole second can and opening it just to get that extra amount in. If you have like some other kind of milk, you can probably just splash some in. In previous years, I've made it with just using 1 can. So technically you're supposed to do 375 milliliters, but 1 can is fine. Slowly incorporate that into the bowl. And I think this milk smells really gross. It smells like something a baby would like. Ugh. But the good thing is when it cooks, it doesn't taste like that. Then the final ingredient is our rum. So it calls for 250 milliliters, but you can add more or less depending on your preference. I usually add just a little over 250 because I like it a little bit stronger. And then also when it cooks, the alcohol taste isn't as pronounced. I already have an open bottle, so I'll use this first. Whoa, that smells totally different than the other white rum I just used. Wow, okay. It's about 273 milliliters, so we're going to whisk that. Now we're going to set up the double boiler. So I've got my pot set up there. It's not so full that it's going to hit the bottom of the bowl, but it's high enough that the steam and everything will cook these egg yolks. I'm heating it up pretty high right now, but once it starts to get hot, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more, and then I'm going to whisk it, especially the more it cooks, because you don't want your yolks to get like scrambled or anything gross like that, or curdly. As it cools, it will thicken. So if you do end up making it too thick, you can always just splash in some more evaporated milk or some more rum. I am going to give this a little taste test and see if there's enough rum in it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a piece of advice. This rum, even though it's probably really chintzy and gross, actually works well in it. And I've used Bacardi white rum, which works well, but this stuff is sick. This Captain Morgan has a weird floral taste and it does not go good in there. So get Bacardi, get Trader Joe's, whatever, just don't use Captain Morgan white rum with your Eierlikör. It's starting to get a little bit thicker. You can hear the water boiling in there probably. See, it's kind of almost like a runny custard pudding. And then, like I said, it will cool, it will thicken as it cools. I mean, you can even do it a little bit thinner than that. So I just use these glass bottles and I reuse them every year, and it makes 4 bottles. 1 batch of this does. So what I do is I just get a ladle and then pour it in the funnel. And then I usually fill it to like right where the neck starts. Okay, here's one. These taste better the longer you let them sit. The flavors really come together. So I'll usually put it in the fridge for like at least a week before I give them out as gifts, because they just taste better when the flavors have more time to sit. Well, I think I didn't whisk it enough because it's a little bit chunky. I think I made scrambled eggs. I don't know what happened. I made a batch earlier this week and I was able to get 4 full bottles, and now I've only got like 3.5. Oh well. So I let them cool to room temperature before I put their caps on and then put them in the fridge. Okay, we're gonna do sampling. It's better when it's cold, but I wanna try it now. Whoa, oops. That's my bottle. Mmm. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa. That Captain Morgan is strong. Okay, so now Oma's gonna try the different EIER liqueurs, and the one, remember, we made with the Trader Joe's rum, and the other one was made with Captain Morgan. So I'm not telling Oma which one is which. She's gonna have to blind taste it and tell me. So try.
Okay, first of all, Eierlikör that you can buy here, you can pour it out. German Eierlikör, you have to use a spoon. So let's see.
Or at least the way I made it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is Eierlikör. This is Eierlikör. Delicious. Now I'm gonna try the other one.
I think I made them a little bit thicker than usual on accident.
I like them thick. I think I like this one a little bit better.
That's the Captain Morgan one that I said has a floral taste. Okay, well maybe I have the bad taste buds. Oma has refined taste. She likes the quality brand one.
I like that one. They're both delicious.
Yeah.
They're both absolutely delicious. They're authentic German. There's nothing runny about it. But this,
and I feel like you can't get anything comparable to Eierlikör here. They have like the Dutch brand, like the Advocat, and the Mexican one, but I don't think they're the same.
I have looked at them all, I have tried them all, and this is far.
That's why we have to make homemade.
Yes, it's absolutely delicious.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this cooking tutorial on Eierlikör and give it a try. There's nothing that can really be compared to it. It's like its own unique thing, and it's so good. Now, if you want to see more German recipes, and especially Christmas ones coming up, be sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, see you next time. Cheers.